there at the end? Just maybe talk
Well, you
about
just
the-
in general, like say we're again a stronger team. A lot of guys back. There's a little bit of always learning because you got guys in new positions or whatever, so that slows you down a little bit. I think as we went through our individual work, we tried to do a little bit more without overdoing it. We've done some small half group work because I think with half the guys there, you're not thinking as much, not as worried. It's not a whole picture; it's a part picture. That allows you to play faster. I just think the more we're doing it, we're playing a little faster, getting a good feel of things. I think, and hopefully, they need to be doing what they're doing. And I really think it could help us in the end, not necessarily just defensively, but our offense needs to be a more physical offense and being tougher and running the ball and competitive play. So it's good to see in spring, and I just think it's a sign of we got a lot of guys back, and we're a little bit more mature, and we're stronger. We're a little bit more physical, just more mature.
Are you seeing improved consistency in terms of how they're hitting and how they're being more physical?
Yeah, but again, Ken, we'll miss some hits, and we'll miss some plays, and we're getting we're better at. There's just some inconsistencies, but that's this time of year, and that's youthfulness, and that's a schematic change defense, and same on those. So again, we're a long way off. There's a lot of things to build on. There's a lot of positives. I think the kids are excited. I think both sides of the ball are excited, but we're a long way from being close to what it needs to be, and really what it's capable of being. So we just got to keep pushing and working, and understanding structure and leverage, understanding who to block, understanding how to get off blocks. We just got to keep grinding it out. And this is a pretty. I think it's a good go today. This is a tough week. It's that kind of tweener week of spring ball. There's really not a game. It's not spring game week. Sometimes you're excited when you start. This is that little. It gets tired week, and I think the energy we got and the physical, like you're talking about, it's good to see from the kids because you can easily go through the motions this week. And I think that's a sign of maturity that our kids are. It's only 3 practices, and we have a good mindset when they're coming out here. I like that. I appreciate that.
You talked a little about the safety position last week. The fact that obviously Antonio and Mark are limited, and some other guys are getting reps. What do you like from some of the guys that are getting more time just over at that spot?
Well, that's a tough deal because those guys missing reps, even though you like their talent and their potential, because they're missing plays, those are opportunities of growth that they miss. And to me, anytime someone's hurt, the issue is you got to get better, and we don't mean get healthy and well.
Right.
That's another. Getting well is one thing. Getting healthy, but you need to get better. You're young. We have a new scheme, so we had Antonio. I saw Antonio actually make a tackle today in a full go up drill. But so we're getting him some work. But what it's done is giving Chase Dutra a lot of plays, Dawson Fletcher a lot of plays, Brandon Gruby, Ty Smith's out there getting plays, Chris Smith. It's just giving those guys more snaps. And when those 2 young men come back, and then we're going to throw into the mix Dawkins and Fields and Walker and Covington, it's a little thin now. There'll be some good bodies to work with. Your concern will be how good will it be as far as just time on task.
Right.
How mature and knowledgeable and how quick do they process come game day. That'll be our problem. As coaches, we'll have to figure out.
As far as the guys who are kind of benefiting from it, who's impressed you between Smith and Dutra and those guys? Who's
Those 2 in particular, and I'd say also Brandon Gruby's, which we kind of were counting on him last year. He had a little preseason setback medically there, but those have been the 2. I think Chase has probably done the best. Again, not anointing him. He's just, he's a talented high school player, an athletic guy who's more of an offensive kid in high school that has the body and the mindset to be a good defender. I think he's learning how to do that. And the more he plays, the better he's showing.
Speaking of physical, any update on Danny Friend? We saw him.
He just kind of, I think we've been told from what they saw, just a dislocation of his kneecap that didn't have any ligament, knee, cartilage deal, and he'll probably be gimpy here through spring game. But should be full go for our summer prep.
Long term then?
Correct. It's not going to be a surgery deal. It's just going to be very tender and ginger for a couple 3 weeks. So he was just blocked and stepped, and I think basically he had the kneecap just shift and dislocate, and there's some irritation here. But I think we dodged the bullet there. And other than that, we're staying reasonably healthy.
You mentioned Antonio. You feel like he'll be able to do almost full go when fall practice starts?
Well, I think he's kind of close and wants to now. I think we're being a little cautious. I think he'll be full go for all our summer work. He makes non-padded work. I think he'll be full go for all that. I think he's probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks from being full go. And if there was a game, they might be a little bit more aggressive. I think because of, we need you. We're not trying to overdo it because you get a little soon, a little buckle on another setback. So I think they're just giving enough. Yeah, he'll be fine. Same with Feeney. Same with Kaminsky, same with Ralston Evans. I think we'll be Murphy. We're probably about a month out of being full go from a lot of guys, but they are missing, as we were talking, some quality practice reps that you can't get those back. That's that's the rub that we have to deal with.
I was talking to Nate last week, and he said seeing a lot of 3-4 is actually helping him. He said, I'm more comfortable like at 2-4-3 now. I'm learning some things about what I need to read. They might drop 8. There are things that I'm seeing now every day that should help me in the fall. If you see that too, is that helping the offense?
I think so. And again, I still think we're kind of in that, preface in chapter 1 kind of part of the book. I mean, so there's more things to come, more than anything. I just think the more the defense does it, the faster, more confidence, more there'll be is in the weeks and months to come and years to come. So again, you're starting. It's not the answer, but there's a lot of positive energy. I think our kids fit it. I think the coaches know what they're doing. I think it's making the offense work. I think it's more complicated coverage reads, blitz pickups, hots, route adjustments, run adjustments. I mean, so it's making everyone work, and that's what you want. And to me, it'll be we'll see. I like where we're at.
The things we noticed in the linebacker core, you had played so many talented young guys last year.
They're still
What's their
young,
growth been?
and a good question, David. They're still young, but they're very mature. And I said physically mature. I mean, Marcus Oliver's pushing 240, really can run. Clyde Newton's getting more comfortable. Harden's really more comfortable outside out there. So, last year was kind of his first full year and a half there. So you got a lot of guys with a full year under their belt. They're all strong. They're just 1 year more mature, let alone the scheme change. So they play.
Does that change help them, you think? Or?
I don't know if it's hurting, but I think the key thing helping is that they're just a year older. And then you throw the scheme, and there's good coaching with Coach Ange and coaching on the edge. I think it's a total positive. There's a lot of positives. And if you think about it, it's really been a position that maybe doesn't get criticized for how we play, but it really hadn't impacted how we play in a positive way. And you're starting to see those guys show up because the way the defense is set, those guys in safeties need to show up and make a lot of plays. It's nice you got the guys up front, they'll cancel their gaps, and we got some big guys and they'll make some plays up front. But at the end, those edge players and backer safety guys will have the impact of the game. And our defense first couple of years, you can't say there's been a lot of impact play at some of those positions. And now those kids are older, it's a new scheme, hopefully we'll see a lot of positive.
It's the second year with Coach Ange as well, and he's had some familiarity with an odd man front as well. So has that been a good fit?
No doubt, he had a familiarity with our kids. So I think he's helped Brian and Noah prior to having, hey, look, well, this guy's going to struggle here, but he can do this. I don't know if you want to put him in this coverage situation or this gap structure, but he can do this one. So I think it's helped them maybe not waste time. Where I don't know if that fits Clyde, but this does. I don't know if this fits Flo, but that does. Because there's a lot of ways in leverage and blitzing and gap responsibilities where those backers, safeties, ends can interchange responsibilities. And so I think he's an excellent coach. He's doing great with the kids. He's great in recruiting. But I think he's been a nice little conduit for our new coaches, educating his opinion. Not that it's always right or perfect, but his thoughts. I think it's helped them get guys in the right places soon. I think in previous years, sometimes we have been so deep, so thin in depth. We've guessed wrong defensively and practiced guys in wrong places. And they went through spring at X spot. Now in preseason, you're this spot, and it's wasted reps. Now I'm playing corner, now I'm safety. I'm playing safety, now I'm back, or I'm playing in, now I'm tackle. I think we've been, hopefully, we can stay where we're at and keep developing, keep polishing, and these guys have a lot of time on task. And that will really escalate their play come fall.
Real quick, you talked about coaches. What's Coach Joseph as an addition so far? What do you think about him?
Well, again, I like. First of all, I think it starts with Brian, because again, to me, each guy is the lead guy. Whether it be me over the whole thing, or Kevin, or Brian in the defense. So it starts with him in leading what he wants. Those guys have been good teammates with Larry and Noah coming in. Hey, I like this or this. I think this or this, but also understand they're kind of working together. There's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of jockeying between ideas. And at the end of the day, when you got a young team, when I say young with the scheme, you don't want to overcomplicate it. So I think they've done a good job of just blending their ideas and throwing a lot of stuff out there, then eliminating the clutter and having a consistent direction. So again, it starts with Brian, who I think has been really, really positive. Noah brings a lot of energy, a lot of knowledge. Same with Larry, and I think they're all blending well, and they're working as a team. They're just really good in meeting room, just listening to talk and chat. And I think you can see on the field the way they interact, they're doing a good job. So, bye, guys.
Thanks.